What's up, everyone? I'm Ethan. I'm here with my boy Garrett.
What's going on?
And welcome to HIVE Sports, where we talk all things NFL and college football. Today we have another episode of our Freshman Spotlight series, where we analyze film of some of our favorite incoming freshman prospects.
Today we're going to be breaking down Alvin Henderson, incoming four-star running back to Auburn University, where he is recruited by Cadillac Williams, who's one of my favorite running back coaches in college football. Obviously a former, NFL stud. I remember when I was drafting him in fantasy football, not to age myself at all, but, back in my early days. But he knows talent, and he knows how to evaluate talent. And, he's been a guy who identified Tank Bigsby, Jarquez Hunter. And now I like to think that Alvin Henderson is that next, stud Auburn running back to come through there. And, he's I think a little bit slept on because he was initially ranked RB 15 in the class, and this is despite producing over 3,600 rushing yards and 61 touchdowns. And that's not in his career. That's in one season. That's in his senior year alone. So, I don't care if it's Alabama 1A, lower level comp. That is insane production, And this is a guy who's also rumored to running the 4.4s. So he's also an athlete. He has that, that burst and that explosiveness that we like to look for. And, I'm excited to jump into the tape and we can just pull it up.
Yeah, and so while you're pulling that up, a couple of things that I like to look for when analyzing prospects at the running back position specifically. Two main things. One is their vision. Vision is kind of one of those things that's hard to teach. So it's like, can you keep your body parallel to the line of scrimmage? Can you read where your offensive linemen are going and hit the gaps that you're supposed to be going based on where the play is designed? Right. Oftentimes, a lot of high school players, myself included when I was in high school, you want to use your athleticism and just bounce it out, and you want to hit the edge as fast as you can. But if you have the correct vision and you can anticipate your offensive linemen, then you're able to hit those holes where the play is designed. And that, to me, shows a really successful running back. And that's something that, when you get to the next level, when everybody's a freak athlete, like being an intelligent runner goes a long way. The second thing that I like to look for is kind of that stop and start acceleration, right? How can can you get from 0 to 100, whether that's, horizontally, if you're trying to, use your agility to make somebody miss, excuse me, or whether that's vertically when, you are stuck in a hole and then boom, you're shot out of a cannon going from 0 to 100 like instantly, right? So if you have those two traits, oftentimes those translate really well, and usually it correlates to a pretty successful college career.
100%. And I think there's a lot of value to hearing, how you break down running back talent, just being a former college running back yourself. So take notes, people. Take notes.
Yeah.
All right, let's dig in.
Yeah, so right away you just notice his speed is, above everybody else on the field.
Yeah. That physicality too. Some contact balance.
Great balance. And he looks like a good size. 5'9", 200 pounds. He looks it for sure.
Yeah, he's close to the ground for sure. Powerful.
Man, just running away.
And it's worth mentioning, I think, this guy was their entire offense pretty clearly. So the defenses always kind of knew what was coming. He took a lot of snaps out of Wildcat, as you can see. And, it was no secret. It was no secret who the ball was going to every play.
That last play was a good example of he does have good vision. You can see a lot of times his linemen are cross blocking, or there's a seal and a kick out, and he's hitting that hole. So
yeah, and then he has that breakaway speed, that next gear to hit the home runs.
100%. Just such an athlete.
He took what could have been a negative play, right, and turned it into a touchdown.
His offensive scheme is interesting. Looks like they pull a couple of offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Their quarterback loops, bootlegs, and tries to block potentially or something. Like right here, let's see. Oh no, it's there. Wow.
They got a fullback at quarterback.
Oh man. Okay, I like that. I like some physicality too. Oftentimes, at 5'9", 200 pounds, he's got some meat to him, but oftentimes these quicker backs, they may try to stay away from the physicality, but he's definitely eating it up for sure.
Yeah, love to see that.
Oh, and that was just like a broken play that uses athleticism to. So I mean, that's a good example too of vision with his cutback lanes. I mean, I couldn't really see the hole on the play side, but that cutback was pretty insane. So
100%. And I think it takes intelligence too when you're running the read option as a quarterback. Even if it's just a wildcat quarterback, you still have to be able to read the defense, and know when to keep the ball, when to hand the ball off. So I think that shows, an understanding of the defense.
Yeah, understanding the defense and also just understanding of where his linemen are going. I mean, oftentimes, right, like, let's be real, college and NFL, if you're averaging 5 yards a carry, 6 yards a carry, like, that's successful. So every play is not going to be this big explosive play, and so you have to be willing to know where your blockers are going and then take those 5, 6, 7 yard chunk plays because you hit the hole in the right spot and, you were able to make the first guy miss.
100%. Another thing I like to look for personally, I know we were talking earlier, is I like to look for the lateral movement as well and that lateral agility. And he's showing that, that wiggle as well. It's not just the north and south, but, he can, like you see there, he can make people miss in the open field pretty consistently.
Yeah, I mean, my college coach used to always say, like, the running back has to be able to make the first guy miss. And he's making the first, second, third, and fourth guy miss. So
yeah,
it's impressive. No matter what level of high school football you're playing, it's still 11 guys trying to tackle you. And like you said earlier, if you've scored 60 touchdowns, they know the ball is going to you.
Yeah, exactly. And you saw there he caught a touchdown as well. So you like to see him being used in so many different facets of the game. He's taking direct snaps. He's taking handoffs. He's catching balls. So I think he's showing off his versatility.
100%. Yeah, I like the fact that they do some wildcat with him. I mean, I know he hasn't thrown the ball necessarily, but college teams are often trying to find the next best trick play and the next kind of sneaky play to get that 2-point conversion or that fourth and short and stuff like that. So having a running back that already has experience with the cadence and catching a snap and those things has some value to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, man, that was a move.
All right, Ethan. So tell me what you thought. As a former college running back, what did you think of Mr. Alvin Henderson? How does he stack up to some of the other guys we've watched?
Yeah, well, first off, Alvin Henderson is far superior the football player and athlete that I ever was. So just want to put a caveat out there. But a couple things. One, I mean, I just remember, and I've said this earlier, my college coach used to always say, like, they can't block everybody and the running back has to make the first person miss. And the fact that every single play he made the first and honestly probably the second player miss every single time, like, is extremely valuable. But I also like the fact that his offensive scheme did pull a lot of players, so and crack blocked a lot of players. So he had to understand the blocking scheme. And at the next level, it's really, really important that as a running back for you to understand what the blocking scheme is in front of you so you can anticipate what's going to happen. Oftentimes, like, you're going to make a cut and hit a hole, and then, there's somebody in front of you, but, like, you have a lineman coming across your face that you don't realize. And you make one jump cut out to the, outside, and then boom, that lineman has them. But if you don't anticipate that, you might hit that person right in the hole because you don't know where your linemen are going. So the fact that offensive scheme seemed a little bit muddy at times, but he still was patient and he was able to kind of hit the hole aggressively was really valuable. And then the guy's just super explosive. I mean, I can see why he had over 3,000 yards rushing and 60 touchdowns, which is absurd. So really impressive. And I think Cadillac Williams has a nice weapon in this. Has a nice weapon in Alvin Henderson coming into the season.
Well said. I'm excited to see what he does as a true freshman. Hopefully he gets an opportunity to make some noise and show off that talent.
100%. Well, if you like this Freshman Spotlight, we have lots more coming. So please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment down below too. Let us know what content you like. Like, if you like this content, Let us know how we can improve. Let us know if there's other content that you want us to produce.